going well. I mean, guys are working hard. Like I said about a week ago, I thought that the 10 days of practice we had in the summer leading to the Bahamas trip, I think kind of really got us ahead. I think they're all kind of getting a little bit tired of beating up on each other and ready to play somebody else, but that's going to come soon enough. But I'm excited about our group and and the progress we've made. We're obviously have deficiencies and we have things we got to work on, but the one thing about this group that has been good is that they really take film well. I think the film sessions have been really been good, and we've grown a lot from film, and that's a big difference than to me than a year ago.
You've mentioned that, I guess, what on court in these first few weeks of practice have you noticed that gives you the most encouragement, and the one thing that you'd say you want to improve most going into the first game?
I think our depth. I think we're deeper. I think we have guys like AJ that can make basketball plays. I think that we score the ball better defensively. I think we're more interchangeable, which is what I really like. We have to still learn how to play with each other. We have to understand how to manage a game, understand emotional intelligence, and how to win basketball games. If you're up 4 with 4 minutes left to go, or you're down 6 with 4 minutes left to go, can you figure out a way to win those games? And the only way to do that is to do it and to learn how to do it. But I'm excited about our group, and we're improved, and I think that we're going to continue to improve, obviously, throughout the year.
Coach, how comfortable do you feel going deeper into your bench? Last year you go maybe 6, 7 players. This year you got them all.
Comfortable. I mean, I think it's always hard, when you get into January or so to go more than 8 or 9, really. But we obviously have more depth this year, and guys that can play different positions and move guys around, and just trying to really, as a coaching staff, trying to figure out where to put guys on the floor, and what we talked about that as a staff today. What packages can we run based on who's on the floor, and so those are the things as coaches that we're talking about now, and it's exciting. It's good. I mean, we can play different ways. We can go big. We can go small, and that I think obviously helps us a lot.
Will you this year be able to play different ways, like you said, because of that depth, because you have different personalities and different talents?
Yeah, I think that we'll, we can definitely play different ways. I mean, AJ obviously, allows us to do that. As a 6'5" guy that is playing the point right now, just gives us a lot of versatility. But I think the one constant we need to have is make sure we got guys on the floor that can make shots, and can guard multiple positions. I think at the end of the day, Jim, those are two things for me that can they defend multiple positions, and can we make shots? And if we can do that, then I think we got a chance to have a really good year.
Obviously, having someone like AJ defensively in this conference last year, you got beat up a little bit when their guards went to the basket. At 6'5", does that create now an advantage for you guys, at least keeping them out?
For sure. I mean, I think so. I mean, obviously, we got to get better at defending the dribble. I think it's, you go through college basketball, and probably every coach is going to tell you the same thing. Guarding the dribble right now in today's game is really hard. We got to get better at it. But we are longer and we are bigger. We talked about this quite a bit about, having bigger, not only taller, but thicker guards. And I think we're able to do that.
So would you say that you've made a decision as far as your point guard goes? Is it going to be AJ going forward that's going to be the main guy?
Yeah, right now, for sure. I mean, we played him at the point throughout the summer, and I think I personally think that's his natural position. He played point in high school. We're going to put him all over the floor, though. He's a guy that can play all over the floor, and but him playing out of pick and roll with his size obviously gives us a lot of different options.
The depth factor into last year, when you'd fall behind, you couldn't really press because you only had 7 guys and you'd kill them. Now you have enough people to where you can press, you can kind of set tempo. Is that the biggest advantage to having depth?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about being able to dictate more defensively, being able to being more aggressive defensively, and we've worked on that. And obviously, being able to have more able bodies and more depth will allow us to do that more.
AJ, being that starting point guard, it's kind of like being the starting quarterback for football. But what do you feel? How do you feel kind of being named to that big leadership role on and off the court?
I mean, I think it is like an honor because when you play the point guard spot, you're basically the coach. I'm Coach Sawyer's right-hand man. Everything that he needs done, I have to do. I got to think just like he would think. And, I take the roles like, I wouldn't say it's like tough, but it definitely is something that you have to study and just continue to make everybody else around you better. So I would say, like I always say, no pressure, but big.
Has it adjusted? Has it changed or anything how you approach maybe practice, film, anything like that?
Most definitely. I just gotta stay engaged. So everybody else that if I'm engaged, they should be engaged. It's always a learning day. Practice, gotta be the first one there. Be here early. Work hard. Just be the example.
And just for you, man, throughout this whole process, being here last year, having to sit out, I guess what are some of the main things you kind of learned going through that last year to kind of get you ready for this year?
Mainly, was it emotional intelligence? Always staying focused and just trying to get better. Can't never settle. Can't worry about what happened in the past. Just got to move forward. Each day's a new day, and just stay positive.
What's it like for you now this year, knowing that you're going to be playing games instead of having to sit out last year?
Oh man, last year was the toughest year I've ever had in college. Just to sit out, but just being on the court, being with the team, film, everything I do matters. I would say it's the best feeling that I've had in a long time, and I'm just ready to be back on the court.
Coach,
Are you looking more for him in the assist column, or are you looking more for him point guard in the scoring column?
All the above, honestly. I think that in the way we play, it's to David's point that it's not really just a pass first system. He'll do a lot of stuff where we'll initiate offense. We'll play 2 point guards on the floor a lot with him and Leandre, who's a really good player himself. So but being able to have multiple guys on the floor that can initiate offense and can be able to make plays off the dribble is something that we desperately needed. And but I think AJ's a guy that can fill the stat sheet. I think he's a really, really good rebounder, probably a very underrated rebounder. He needs to actually do more of it because when he does get the rebound, especially defensively, our break has already started. And it probably buys us or saves us 2 or 3 seconds that way. But I think AJ's a guy that can obviously score it, but he's a very willing facilitator. I think that's why again I think it's really natural for him. It's been a while since he's actually done it for a lot, but him being able to find people and play out of rotations, I think, is a real strength of his.
Having the ability to put 2 point guards on the floor at one time. Last year you had trouble with the press, breaking it, but also you didn't score much off of it. Obviously now you have a chance with a taller guard, with a second point guard, to not only break it but score. Is that what you're looking for now with ball handlers?
Absolutely. We talked about it, through the recruiting process, is to be able to get guys, that can do, not to be funny, but 3 things, dribble, pass, and shoot, and being able to be multiple skill guys on the floor. And I think that, this year, again, we're not perfect and we're not going to win every game, and, we're going to take our lumps here and there, but I like the fact that we have the ability to put guards on the floor that can make plays. College basketball, it's a guards game. We, at the end of the day, we can slice it however you want to slice it, but, good guards win in this conference and they win in college basketball.
next week you guys and the women have the McNeese Madness. I guess just how excited are you for your program to be showcased? You did it with the tip-off dinner, but now it's going to be on the court, doing various activities. Just how excited are you guys for that?
I think it'd be great. It's obviously, as you're building a program and building and rebranding your program, those are all parts of it and things that we're excited about. Getting, hopefully a bunch of students in here, you know, get them to take an opportunity to see our guys. And, you know, the scrimmages and those things always drive me nuts, but, you know, we'll probably do it for a little bit. But no, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about, you know, anytime we can turn the lights on and bring people in and let them meet our guys and see our guys. And again, that's part of, you know, the building and rebranding of our program.
Coach, you still gonna go up in the stands after the game and high five all the kids?
Absolutely.
Get them involved?
Only after wins, though.
All right.
You gonna take a motorcycle onto the court?
No, not taking the motorcycle this year. No.
I know you guys have a scrimmage, you know, not too long from now against Alcorn. I guess just what do you hope to? Is it going to be a straight, you know, 40 minutes? Is it going to be situational? And what do you hope to get out of the scrimmage?
I think anytime you play those, you know, you have conversations with the other coach, and you know, we'll obviously play a game, and then from there, you know, we'll do, you know, maybe a 10-minute zone segment, or you know, let's all have 5 baseline out of bounds or time and score, and you know, we're up 2 with 2 minutes left. And the neat thing about those is you can play all day. You know, you can kind of orchestrate it however you want, and it's just good to play against other people. You know, to actually watch film and you know, and it's because you know, you play long enough, you just get tired of banging on each other. And these guys have been going at each other for a while, especially since the summer.
You did, I know, I don't know what you can say about it, but it would be an inter-squad. You did inter-squad this past weekend. How'd that go?
I thought it was great. I thought it was, you know, we learned a lot of things about ourselves. Some things that I thought kind of got reassured. And I think that anytime you do that and then we get going, we're getting closer and closer to trying to kind of pin down a rotation. So, but I thought it was really good. You know, we played a half and then we switched teams up and played another half, and we brought officials in, which I thought was probably the best thing we could have done. Just so, you know, because you go in practice, you know, guys just foul each other, and but when you put the referees out there, it's more game-like. So I thought it was, we saw some really good things, and obviously some things that you know, that we got to get better at. And but in all these experiences are really good for us.
Coach, how did your kids react after the fundraiser night? I mean, it was such a spectacular event. Did that convey to the kids the interest of basketball?
Most definitely. You know, for most of us, we all came from different schools. We've never seen nothing like that before, especially from the community itself. It was an amazing experience, and it just shows us that, you know, there's people out there that actually believes in us. So of course we come here and work harder.
And you look sharp in a tuxedo.
Thank you.